For the most realistic steering system available on the market, look no further than Sim Steering from Leo Bodnar. Designed and hand-built at the home of British Motorsport's Silverstone circuit, it's extensively used by professional driver training centres and race teams including Formula 1 since 2010. The high precision and completely linear response coupled with high strength provides the ultimate in realistic steering force feedback. Visit simsteering.com.
What is so important about driving faster than anyone else?
A lot of people go through life doing things badly. Racing's important to men who do it well. When you're racing, it's life. Anything that happens before or after, it's just waiting.
Good afternoon and welcome to Apex Racing TV. This is the PitTalkAsia.com GT Simulator Series. We are at round 10 here at Laguna Seca. The sun is beaming down, Brenton. Welcome, buddy. Good to have you back in the commentary box for this one. What do we expect?
Well, we expect fast racing as usual, some tight battles throughout AC and thinks it could be back. Seems like a while. So here at Laguna Seca, 4 rounds to go, the 2 short races followed by the 2 Enduros at the end, so it should be a great race. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just looking at the championship standings, guys are out there obviously qualifying at the moment. We'll keep you up with what's going on there shortly. But Marcus Lindemann really starting to stretch his legs now in this championship. 310 points. Tobias Cherney up into second place, 244. Charles Tissier's bad luck continues, 225. So he's really going to have to pull out all the stops if he's just going to retain, well, basically get back second place, I guess. Dongwoo Gang missed last week, finds himself in 4th place, so he's returned this week. So hopefully we'll continue that fight with those guys. And Lazardri there in 5th place. Just Brendan, just quickly looking at the GT1 Corvette class as well. Steve Bocade pulls out again from just the consistent driving last week, and 358 points goes to Marcus Wank, who basically had that race under control and then made a little mistake, but all credits to him. He stuck with it, managed to finish the race still, and got second place in class, 326 points. So that championship's still very much alive. Yeah, it is. The stat that stands out to me so far this season, he has led 134 laps. The next best after that in a GT3 series is 13 laps, so that's significant domination. You can call it what you want, but yeah, that's where the story is. He's been on pole 8 out of the 9 races, won 2/3 of the races he's been in, so he's got a substantial lead over Tobias, who's not here tonight. Charles Tessier, who is here tonight, has just done the 1 less race, but yeah, we're talking 85 points back, so a lot of work to do. Can be done, 4 rounds to go. It's going to be hard work.
Yeah, absolutely. Nations Cup, I'll let you take this one away. I'm sure you'll enjoy reading that one out.
Well, let's talk about this for the next 45 minutes. Australia As probably as they should, though. They're dominating with 940 points in front of Singapore. We've done a good job throughout. 756 positional change last week with the Indo-Thai Philippines combination, 646 in front of the Japan-European combination of 603. But yeah, the Australians took a lot of points out of Bathurst, so they're shooting their home track. But Australians have also got the advantage of the domination that they have in the Corvettes, as well as good steady performances throughout in the GT3, so it's an all-round team performance.
Yeah, I have to say, strength and depth for Australia has really shone through this season. Singapore just haven't really been able to compete in that side of things. Got the pace, perhaps, Lenderman represents them, but ultimately just you can't do it on his own out there.
No, and he's exactly right. He's pushed hard and got some outstanding results, but a champion team is going to be a team full of champions, that's for sure.
Just very briefly then, let's just quickly talk about the Manufacturers' Cup. It's not something we really focus that much on. It just seems to more be the flavour of the of the month as far as the car goes, doesn't it? I think, but the BMW Z4 was 707 points from the McLaren, so it's clear to see 692 points. Sorry, it's clear to see that those two definitely the most popular in the series this year. Corvette in there with 518 points. Good to see, actually, probably that more people have been sort of driving that and scoring well than they have like the rough. So, which does surprise me.
Yeah, it is, but I think the big thing for next season is it just seems almost like a late. I know that I've talked about it before in Ford GT3, but it adds another manufacturer to the championship, so I'm already looking forward to that. And then down the track more the Aston Martin, so maybe the Corvette's days are numbered, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I have to say we're looking to the future with both the Ford and the Aston. I think this is going to be one heck of a series. Pure GT3 is best. Really, really excited for that.
Yeah, I think it will be the premier tin top series on iRacing, and rightly so. It's a truly international class. Just got to go to quali if we can, AC. Sorry, we just got the 1 minute to go, and just so far in provisional pole, no surprises here. Marcus Lenderman with a 19.725. He's got 7/10 on Dongmu Gang. Charles Sierra is only the 4/100ths back. Stephen Bacade, the first of our Corvettes. Tim Jackson, it's great to have him back in the series in the I can't remember his sponsor, AC. No doubt you'll remind me. Marcus Huang, 6 at the moment. Greg Heaton, 7th. Scotty Stevens, 8th. Just the 8/100ths up on his teammate Aaron Pearce. And Kevin Huang in 10th at the moment. So another strong representation by the Aussies again tonight.
Jacko drives for Apex Racing TV, doesn't he? Hey.
I think, yeah, soon to be hopefully teamed up with Demidov Motorsports, possibly in the Endurance Series, but no doubt that might be released later on, hopefully.
Yeah, more on that to follow, I think. Looks like we're going to have a pretty sizable grid here. 28 people currently, well, 27 have set a time, so 28. We've just got a few seconds left to go. We'll let you know of any changes if they happen. A lot of guys actually in the pits, so I don't think we're going to see too much. Dongmu Gang's out there, Charles is out there, so Lenderman's out there, but he doesn't really need to be. He's got massive gaps.
Yeah, saw a couple of mistakes early in practice and in qualifying, but yeah, once his tyres are up to temperature, and he seems to be gapping people pretty quickly these days. I just find that the BMW especially, the tyres just seem to take that much extra to get to the right temperature than the other cars, so it does tend to split away a little bit quickly. But this week I've noticed that Charles, who's in second, has moved back to the rough, so hopefully he might be able to put some early pressure on.
Yeah, let's hope so. He definitely looked stronger last week, but just had a bit of a mare, I think. So see what he can do.
Yeah, no changes. Farney Lusrady is in 12th place there. Harrison O'Brien from 11th. I would have thought Farney might be a bit disappointed with that. Peugeot in 13th. Asher Dieters, I can't say I've heard that name before, I must admit, in 14th. Josh Burden, 15th. Warren Pickering, 16th. Tim Ballinger in the GLW team with new livery on some of their cars tonight, I noticed. from 7th. Mark Lang would probably be disappointed with 18th. Jacek Frazik 19th. Vincent Brahm 20th. Min Park, DK Lee, Christopher Beaufay, Adrian Jarvis starting from pit lane. Alex Chung, Greg Eckel, Raymond Starr, and Brett Wilson are our starters.
Yeah, good grid. We're going to have to keep our eye out for trouble, I think, going into this turn 1. Very, very tricky. Short run as well, so those Corvettes really haven't got long to warm their tyres up into that, so they're going to be very, very tiptoeing around there. Yeah.
Actually, I have missed, sorry, Greg Heaton has snuck into that top 10 on his last lap. He's actually snuck into 7th, so that's a great job by him sneaking in there. So he's in that rough, so tends to go a lot stronger and probably a bit underestimated, but not far from start time. Might keep my eyes on the 2 Corvettes here, Huang and Bouquet, and see if hopefully they can stay out of drama with it. Their tyres must be just freezing cold.
Just quickly running through the grid again, as the on-screen display was just a little bit wrong, so apologies for that. Just waiting for a few drivers just to make their way out there. Lenderman's one of those.
Just waiting for the front row. Lenderman, Teixeira. Teixeira's here, Lenderman's here. Not far away from start. You'll notice there's some livery as well tonight. AC for Jules Bianchi, obviously, the unfortunate start.
Looks like Jacko might have had a little jump start there. I see him creep forward. Let's see, keep an eye on him, see if he gets penalised or not. But looks like Dongwoo Gang's got a great start. The inside of Charles already. It looks very, very tight. A little bit further back, the front 3. Oh, we've got some spinners already.
The Corvette straight into it. It's affecting the series. It is. I think Bouquet's had a massive drama here, and that's really, Wang's also got the problem. His engine's popped. He's going to struggle to get around there. Can't even find Stephen Bouquet. Oh, he's off. He's in deep trouble here.
Yeah, engine looked like it blown there, didn't it? So,
we're just seeing. That's a net code. That's a net code between Greg Heaton and Steve Bouquet, but unfortunately, Kevin Huang and Harris.
Oh, it's Marcus Huang. Sorry, he's got the blown engine.
Yeah, Kevin Huang early on I was just watching the replay. There's a lot of cars involved with that. That was a definite net code between Greg Heaton and Stephen Bouquet. I've no doubt about that.
Interesting. Doesn't seem to be affecting Marcus's pace too much, the engine. So I'm sure the guys are loving getting all that smoke. And who's that running wide there? I think that was Paijo there, just a little bit wide. Giving up the position to Borden there. And Huang into the pits. We've got some guys off just a little bit further back as well.
Well, it didn't affect his race pace, but Jackson is in the pit, so you pick that with the jump start, unfortunately. So that's a bad mistake, unforced error there. But gee whiz, what a terribly messy start. Greg Heaton's pulled out, obviously sustained damage there from that first lap incident.
Yeah, Brett Wilson also out, I think. So Bouquet way down. He's not even running, so yeah, it looks like he's towed back.
Towed back, as and so really what that does now is leaves the leader of the Corvettes over to Mark Lang.
Well, I'm not going to be too unhappy about that. Good on Mark. He deserves he deserves to win.
Well, he's got to hold it, obviously. Huang now out of the pits, and tell you what, I think he's set every single safety cone flying. They're still dropping from the sky now. That's an outstanding exit. Oh, and he's lost it as soon as he's out of the pits, bang, into the wall. So that Huang's not going to have much patience with this.
Yeah, struggling out there. Just having a quick look at the front. Obviously, the front 3 were fortunate enough to be away from the Corvette, so they were able to get through turn 1 quite cleanly. Now Lindeman's already scampering away, just put the fastest lap of the race in, 1:20.449. Dongwoo Gang did did sort of get up the inside of Charles, managed to hold on to that position. Charles has had a couple of looks already in the last couple of laps, so keep an eye on this, because I think those two could be in for a great battle, both in the roughs out there.
Let's just jump on board with Mark Lang here. He's having a fantastic drive from 18th on the grid up to 13th, maybe even up to 12th now. I'm just going to jump on board with his car. He's off to a fantastic start. Who we got in front of him? Tim Ballinger in the GLW BMW. Just a bit on the steering there. There's another car off on the side of the road. Not sure who that was, but it's a fantastic start by Mark Lang, and great to see.
Looks like that was Asher off, I think. Yeah, does look like that. I don't see anybody else out there according to the timings.
It just seems to have some extra pace, man. When you're in his car, there's no doubt he's being held up by the BMW in front. Just, obviously the sound just sounds a bit different, but it just seems to be short shifting everywhere.
It's tricky for Ballinger. He knows that he could probably let Mark go here and it wouldn't affect his race too much. But he's got a couple of guys just ahead of him, so he really wants to try and push them as much as he can. You can definitely see the difference. The GT3 way quicker through like the corkscrew.
Watch it so once the Corvette winds up here. Don't think he'll have him. Look at the speed difference here. Let's see if he's got any confidence under the brake of the Corvette. He has. Is he going to make it stick? Oh no, he's not. Oh, I think we'll jump off you there now, Mark, sorry.
Well, let's just hope he keeps it clean for the rest of the race, and he's definitely got a class victory in the off-in for him. Second and third place separated a little bit now. 1 second separates the two drivers there. We know how good Donga Gang is once he gets into a rhythm, and actually race pace is much closer to Lenderman than it usually is in qualifying. Although I have to say,
dropped a second last lap though.
Yeah, I have to say Marcus is flying out there.
Yeah, he is, and I don't think strategy is a big thing tonight. From our understanding is you can pit as soon as lap 11. So Matt won the whole way. Just drive flat out, pit whenever you want after lap 11. So yeah, I don't think there's going to be too much strategy in regards to that tonight.
Yeah, no fuel, no tyre saving, nothing, just straight on sprint race tonight. So get to see really who is the best of the best when it comes down to pure pace.
Well, I'm surprised that Marcus Wangan, the Corvette, and Stephen Barcada both got back into action, so that's good to see. So Mark Lang might have a bit of work to do, but yeah, the positions 2 and 3 probably our closest battle, aren't they, with Dongwu and also Charles. It's great to see Charles up and alive. He looked a bit flat in practice, it must be said.
Yeah, we're up in the PitTalkAsia.com blimp today. Some great shots from up there. Big shout out and thanks to our sponsors.
It would appear that Tobias Cherney has just joined the server too, so it's a shame that he's missed the start on this.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. I wonder if clocks have changed or something like that, so could well have caught him out there. There's a few events going on today as well. Obviously the World Cup of iRacing's on, so you guys probably getting themselves prepared for that race.
Yeah, they probably are, and it's unfortunate for the Australians. It doesn't seem that significant here, and it's going to be a bit of a struggle. But I know yourself, AC, had an excellent win in the split one of the DW12s earlier today. So congratulations for that, mate. But no doubt the UK and Ireland, I think you've got your team as, is going to be strong.
Yep, I hope so. We're working hard. I definitely want to try and push the two clubs up there and see if we can win this thing. Oh, both drivers just a little bit wide through that fast left-hander. Pull the back straight. Oh, just a little bit loose over the crest there as well, but good driving. And the ABS there, I think, doing its job.
Well, that's really a signature part of the track, the corkscrew, isn't it? It's well known pretty much everywhere. But what do they do at 1:21.5s? And I think Lenderman's cruising and doing 20.4, coming to the end of lap 6 with a 20.5. So strong, consistent times, it has to be said. And yeah, it's probably Dongwu's fastest lap of the race with a 21.3. No, he's done 20 flat on lap 2.
Having a look at Kevin Hung here, he's recovering pretty well, 0.8 of a second behind Tim Ballinger at the moment. Definitely got a little bit of damage on the rear spoiler there, so might be struggling, but it only looks quite minor, so keep an eye on him, how he does. Half a second separates those two at the moment.
Yeah, he obviously got caught up in that first turn incident with Boucade and Heaton. Took a big chunk out of Boucade's car, that's for sure, but he hit him flush on the nose, so I don't think he'll have any problems with his steering or anything like that.
And Tim Jackson as well, also recovering from that jump start there that he's had, drive-through penalty.
Farney has had a bad spin. He hasn't hit anything, but that's going to cost him a lot of time. And
oh yeah, Borden come through, so Burden, Pickering.
Pickering's
going to get
close to it.
Just sneaks through.
So, yeah, unusual spot that for Farney to do that. Who's at Jacek as well, so... Yeah, but just, where's Mark Lang? Just seems to be struggling, and Vince Brahm's gone off. I think that's the second time he's gone off. And a recovering Tim Jackson makes up another spot. He'll be kicking himself, Jacko. He doesn't like making silly mistakes like that, and I know he's been looking forward to the GT race all week. With the congratulations must be for him as well. New bubs come on. Was it Tuesday? I think it was. So yep, congratulations, his young son.
Ah, good on him.
I think it was about his wife's 4th or 5th racing off to the hospital, so he's had plenty of practice in driving fast over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Just having a quick look, Lazardri now starting to close in on Pickering, so...
Yeah, well that's a recovering...
of course, yes it is.
Adrian Jarvis has had a spin and that engine has popped just outside the corkscrew as well. That's that could be the end of his day for Adrian, unfortunately. He's part of the GLW team too, but he's got the new livery this week.
Yeah, he'll be guided with that. It's just trying to limp it back to the pits, I think, if he can get a faster repair that way.
Yeah, no, that's a dog's breakfast, that is. That's going to take a while. Yeah, gets into pit lane, but obviously extremely costly considering he started from pit lane as well. Harrison O'Brien into the pits a bit too early as well. Can't see him pitting there. He was from 6th position here after qualifying 11th, so... Not sure it's a scheduled stop. His car doesn't look too beaten up.
No, lap 9. I mean, we thought lap 11 was the window, so well, maybe Harrison knows something we don't know.
Yeah, it's running field map 1, but I can't see why he would. Yeah, he's out, so yeah, maybe he does know something we don't know.
There's a little trio starting to form up here. Warren, Pickering, Lazardri and Frashak here. That's 7th, 8th and 9th.
Yeah, and Josh Burton just in front of them as well. So, yeah, Warren's had an up and down season. He's been involved in so many first lap incidents, hasn't he? But after that outstanding start at Motegi, he's off. Oh, put the mockers on him again.
I tell you, we become pretty infamous in as Lazardri gets by gaining all that momentum there. But yeah, we've managed to curse a lot of people this season. I have to say, before long, they're not going to want us to do these.
Yeah, we've shown some talent. Maybe we haven't shown Lenderman quite enough just to even the series out. I don't know.
That's because he runs off into the lead. Perhaps we should focus on him a little bit more.
But anyway, so Lazardri's back through there. And hats off to Tim Ballinger as well. He's put in a good effort from 17th in the grid, top 10 as he stands now. It's his fastest lap, 22.7, and very consistent. No, just running a 22.5. So lap 10, fastest lap for Tim Ballinger. That's great effort.
Yeah, just obviously trying to get onto the back of this little squabble going on ahead of him.
And Jackson has just had a half spin as well, probably more than half a spin. He's lost. He's going to lose another position to Lang again. He's just done all that work. He was catching up to Ballinger and Peugeot there. He's just dropped a bundle of time again.
You can get days like this and you want to forget them really, really quickly. Gonna have the tricky job there.
I think we'll have very short, sharp answers from him if we do an interview tonight. It'll be yes, no, and gotta go.
Back to this 3-car battle, starting to get really tasty in there now. Just, well, less than a second separate all 3 cars.
Yeah, well, Lazardy, Farney's a 21.2 on lap 6, so definitely got the pace, but he's not shaking Warren at all. Warren's fast lap's half a second off. Back to Jacek's half a second off with the pace, so yeah, they're sticking with it. They're doing a great job. Maybe there might be a bit of tactics now. The pit window we think is open now, so if they think they're being held up, maybe this is the time.
Yeah, Ballinger in as well, straight in. So lap 11. There's a few guys come in now. Obviously, just have another look. Harrison's in. We know Ballinger's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jacko had the penalty, didn't he? So that wasn't anything. So really, it's just O'Brien and Ballinger that are pitted so far.
It seems to be tightened up for second and third as well with Dongo and Charles. I thought that one of them might want to come in here, but just what was the gap? It was just the 1 second, I guess. But these guys are 8-9 seconds behind Marcus Lenderman already, still after 11 laps. So just Charles has got just that little bit more race in 20.9 to a 21.3, so another 4/10 out that lap.
See how much Charles closes up in the braking zone. Yeah,
and our fourth place man Scotty Stevens in as well. The JFF BMW has shown some great speed in the last couple of weeks in the official GT3 series. Did plenty of races at Bathurst last week in the official race. I know he's got his cars dialed up with some great setups at the moment.
Yeah, see how he goes this early pit stop. See who's going to jump out in front of. Is he going to exit in front of Mark? No, he's not. So it's quite a long stop actually here. You're looking at him sort of 17-18 second mark.
Yeah, it is a long stop, but Jacek's just had a bit of a off there, so that's dropped him off those 3. Yeah, but he's had his pit stop. Jackson hasn't, Lang hasn't, as we know. But yeah, Scotty's had some good pace tonight. 21.4 is fastest lap on lap 4. So yeah, he puts up a strong effort when he's here. He's just not able to get here every week and put his numbers up. But we know he's had good results. Race winner previously as well. We have to remember. So it's good to have him back here.
Charles looking ever closer to Dom again, going into turn 1 here. Again, we see him close in under braking. Just looks like difference in setups. Dongwu looks much more comfortable on the exits, where Charles very much aggressive on entry. So going to be tricky to see how that's going to pan out for Charles to try and make a move.
Yeah, it will be. Maybe just have to do the undercut. The thing I'm looking at now is Mark Lang is 52 seconds on the dot behind Marcus Lenderman. Marcus Wong in the other Corvette is 1:17, so what have we got there? 8.25 second difference between Lang and Huang, so I'm going to be watching out for that. See if Mark Lang can hang on for his first class win. That'll be fantastic.
Yeah, not quite at the halfway stage yet, but yeah, good consistent drive, and he should be able to do it.
Well, his times are slightly down, but Marcus Huang is just going off to let Lenderman through, so that's going to cost him as well. So, yeah, he doesn't represent Australia, Mark Lang, but he does a lot of footwork and groundwork in this series. It'd be great to see him get a reward.
Yeah, still Charles can't find a way past. Perhaps a bit closer with traffic coming into play that time, but nothing going.
just seems a bit messy with some of it tonight. Just a lot of little mistakes, apart from Josh Burden in from 5th place in the other JFF BMW. It just seems like little mistakes are adding up here and there. Apart from that first turn, there isn't anything major happening, but just little offs here and there.
Yeah, pack's really spread out quite a lot. We're not used to seeing this. Normally there's battles throughout, but everybody seems to be struggling a little bit out there, and yeah, doesn't want to race. They're just trying to finish, I think, more than anything.
Well, looking forward to the Enduros, 2-hour Enduros, is that right? I'm not sure, I haven't actually heard officially, but someone was mentioning that there might be the chance of having driver swaps in those last 2 races. I haven't heard anything personally.
Yeah, I did hear something along those lines, and I've seen it in the forum as well about registering the teams and that. So I think there is going to be a good chance of that. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that works. I'm guessing the point system will be much like they do in real world racing. So the points are based on the driver. So you can jump into a team and you'll score, on the car. So you jump into a team, if it finishes first you get points for first, and we've got a little spinner there. I'm not sure who that is, but struggling out there. It might be
well, we got no doubt who Tobias Cherney will be going with. No doubt he'll be going with Alex, but the other driver pairings are going to be interesting because there's normally 3 Aussies who race the Corvettes. Just the 2 here tonight, so we're wondering who's going to be racing in the other Corvette if there's one available, and Mark Lang, who's going to team with Mark Lang. So that just adds that little bit extra to the series. I'm talking about Mark Lang in the pits now from 11th.
Going to be very interesting actually to see how that all pans out. Definitely could shake the season up right at the end. So 2 great tracks as well, Interlagos and Suzuka for those 2 endurance races. Going to be an epic close to the season.
It's going to be a long time sitting down behind a mic too.
Charles into the pits. He'd lost a little bit of time on Dongwu that lap, so perhaps he decided let's just jump in now. Maybe a slowdown penalty or something in the corkscrew there. But I'm thinking 1.8 seconds. He thought, right, pit now.
Well, you might as well. You're at the halfway stage, so. Hopefully we'll come out with a clear track. Aaron Pearce is going through. I'm just wondering if that's for position.
No, Pearce hasn't stopped yet. Just looking at Scott Stevens, he's the first driver to have stopped, so...
Yeah, he's a ways off actually.
Yeah, and Pearce...
Still second last turn now.
Yeah, Scott's only coming into the final turn just now, as you're saying, so... Pickering just jumps ahead of Charles.
Charles is coming out to a bit of traffic. Although Farney's through Pickering, Raymond's stairs just let them go through. So Farney would be in front of him. So because Farney hasn't pitted yet, but they could go all the way up to lap 19, couldn't they?
Yeah, exactly. So he could in theory be held up here a little bit. It's going to cost him. But then again, they might be a little bit faster. Tyres seem to be okay. Lower on fuel. If he can tow up behind Lazardru here, he might actually gain enough time to get Dongwu in the pits. 17.3 second stop was pretty good looking at what everybody else has done as well. So Charles on the money in the pit stops.
Bouquet in the pits as well, Corvette series leader. Just having a shocker tonight. And to be honest, it's probably not his fault. It's just the equipment he's got underneath him with those tyres. I probably haven't driven the Corvette enough myself to see how bad they really are, but it's just consistently every race that it's suffering. So, he's out of the pits now, and how far behind Mark Lang is he? I think he might be the full lap behind Mark, so that's not going to be an issue for him.
Yeah, exactly. Over a lap. Just having a look where Mark was in comparison to Marcus as well. So
Marcus has just gone through the corkscrew. His last lap was a 21.5. His fastest lap's at 20.8 early doors. His pace has dropped off a bit. I would say tyres are really starting to struggle now.
Yeah, Mark's just approaching the corkscrew now. Oh, a little bit out of shape as he had to get by. I think that was on the back marker. I'm not sure who that was actually. So
I think it's Buffet, Christopher Buffet.
oh, he's having a shocker. I normally expect to see him a lot further up there. So really struggling out there. Dongwu Gang still out, hasn't pitted. Gets very out of shape in turn 1 there. Has to do all sorts of correcting. Oh, that's going to cost him. I'm just having a look at the lap times. Can't really tell actually because Charles' last lap was an out lap. We'll wait for him to come round. Start finish line. Here he comes. See what sort of pace he's got on the fresh rubber out there. If it's going to make a difference. 21.9 for Dongwu Gang, a 20.0. To say with that mistake that Dongwu Gang's made in turn 1 as well, he could lose second place here.
Yeah, he could, and he'll come out with the fresher tyres, but track position just seems so important here. I gotta admit, I don't like Laguna Seca as a track, can't stand it. It's almost my worst track. But yeah, there are some places to pass, I guess, like into the corkscrew and also into turn 1, but it's just, I don't know, just some of the corners are off camber, it's just difficult.
Yeah, sheer pressure I think is really the way to go as far as this track goes. Keep bundling that pressure and force the guys into little mistakes. That's what can give you a run and then maybe a little chance to overtake, but it's so difficult.
Adrian Jarvis has just flown over the corkscrew. I don't think at any stage he hit the road. He's still got it going though. The car, the 016 car, is still putting along there, but that would have been a bit of an interesting ride.
Not having much fun out there today by the looks of it. Just picking up on a little battle that's starting to form between, well actually no, this is not exactly starting to form. Paijo behind, in front of Pickering, so I'm guessing Pickering must have lost it because we knew that Paijo was a few cars back, so...
Yeah, he was. The recovery car here, Tim Jackson with a 21.9 last lap, he's put it out there. Like I said, he's probably driving a bit angry at the moment, but he's certainly showing some good pace. Up in fifth at the moment, hasn't had a second stop. He was down in solid last before apart from those who were involved in the first lap incident. So good recovery from here from Jacko, but a lot of work to go yet.
Yeah, needs this pit stop to be as good as he can possibly get. I dare say he'll probably be in, just think about it, when's he going to be in next lap? Keep an eye on, let's keep an eye on that then.
Yeah, Dongwu in the pits lap 19. He's been putting in some reasonably good laps. 21.9, 22.7's going to hurt. And that 22.7 could cost him.
Charles Lazier then just coming through final sector now into the final
Dongwu's
corner.
rolling.
Oh, that's a very short stop for
that's a
Dongwu.
really short stop.
8.5 seconds according to
Only
my
straight pretty much
screen.
every safety cone onto the track. That seems to be the norm here, but that's a substantial change in difference there.
9 seconds
Lazarus.
difference between himself and Charles, so yeah,
Well,
those
the
are
question to be
agreeing.
asked, did he put enough in? We only put 11 laps in. Lazardrian, Jackson in, Pierce goes through, Chung in. Sorry, Chung's about to come out. Pickering in, Jarvis in again, unfortunately for him. And was it a good recovering Harrison O'Brien, who pitted so early? Well, just wait, and he's just gone off. Sorry, that's not right.
Yeah, well, 4.9 seconds is the difference now between, so I meant 4.6 between Dongwu and Charles. I honestly thought he was going to get the undercut in there, but just the sheer amount of extra fuel that he's needed to take with that slightly earlier pit stop is actually a big advantage for Dongwu.
Well, as a comparison, Lenderman's just had his stuff, and I know you've got times available to you, so that seemed like a quick stop as well. And there goes all the safety cones again onto the road.
13.3 seconds, so it's 5 seconds slower than Dongwu Gang's. Faster. Sorry, yes, slower.
So, yep, hit it right the first time.
As I say, brain's gone.
Well, you'd have to ask questions as Dong we put enough in. He plays a steady tactical game, there's no doubt. We've seen that before where he's got that ability to save fuel, but there's a substantial difference in the pits.
Yeah, maybe he's done his homework and knows the numbers that he needs to race to and how much he needed to put in there. Perhaps it was a case of he filled the car up and all the way at the start, and rather than just to his required stop, so he could take less fuel at the pit stop.
And Peugeot's in as well. I thought Peugeot had already had his pit stop.
Yeah, Peugeot had. This is his second stop.
I'm not sure he has had a pit stop. No, he hasn't. No, this is his first stop. It's on my screen.
Oh, strange. Timing screen let me down again. Yeah, where's he going to come
it's
out?
Electronic. Well, he's had probably a disappointing race then. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
He's had a really disappointing race then. I thought he'd had the extra pit stop as well, but not according to his lap times. He hasn't, and he's going to drop. This is going to be a great little battle. We've got Ballinger, Jackson.
Oh, Jacko!
And Jackson's going again. Did he get a tap there? I'm not sure if he did, and he's done. He's called it a day.
Yeah, frustration just crept in, I think, there.
Yeah,
Warren
that's the end of
Pickering starting to close in on Ballinger. Yeah, it just all went wrong from literally before the lights went out. So yeah, Warren really starting to close in now on Ballinger. Pretty much the closest battle, although Lazard during the Huang, but I don't suppose that matters. So actually that we haven't seen Marcus have a second pit stop yet, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye out what the gap difference is between himself and Mark Lang. Actually, he's in the pits now. So where is Mark? Just coming down the bank left-hander after the corkscrew, so...
Oh, it's gonna be so close. Probably the way the pit stops have been so short, you probably favour Marcus here.
Yeah, you might be right. It's just literally a splash and dash for him. If he keeps his tyres on...
to the front straight. Here we go. Lang just going past that now. And those... And one still stationary. So
long stop.
It is a long stop.
17 seconds. I'm wondering if he's took some rubber there. He probably should have kept what he had on. It's up to temperature.
It's be interesting outlap here just to try and hang on. I'm actually going to jump on board and look to see what they've got to put up with here. Oh, it's so slow in pit exit. Just no. Oh.
Jump on with the helmet cam. Get an idea of the work he's having to do on that steering wheel.
I think there's a bit of hijinks up forward as well with Fruzzick was not a happy chappy, and Scott Stevens and Pierce were saying some words as well, not in an aggressive way towards each other, but obviously something's happening.
You can just see how Marcus is struggling. Just can't quite have the confidence that he wants to have in the car. So give it a lap or two. I'm just trying to see what the gap is going to be. It's about 15 seconds. The pace difference between the two drivers.
7 laps to go.
Yeah,
this is the best part of the race. I think is the chase down here. Marcus is going to have those new tyres up and going real soon. Bit of traffic in front of him, and it's not for position though. You'd like to think that Raymond would let him through, and he does. The difference is here he's got Vince in front of him in 14th, and there's not really many. Bocade who will be lapped. What was Marcus's last time? Mark Langer 23 even, so it'll be interesting to see what Marcus Wang's first flying lap's going to be.
looks like Aaron Pierce coming under pressure from Josh here.
Josh.
Seven-tenths of a second now separating those two. Harrison O'Brien behind. Harrison's sort of come out of nowhere a little bit this one, hasn't he?
Yeah, we had a a good start and then that early pit stop, lap 8. So we've got to watch that to see whether he can actually make the finish here. I've got my doubts. We've got our doubts. Our information is lap 11. Of course, he can. Peugeot's had an incident. Doesn't seem that dramatic. He's still rolling. Oh, Lenderman! That's Lenderman. I'm sure it's Lenderman. He's gone.
Blown up.
He is. Lenderman's out. It's all over.
Let's get a little replay of that back, see what happened there. So, down the main straight. Oh, he just tagged the, didn't give the back marker enough room there. He was all the way over to the left, he couldn't do any more than that. And Lindemann just
drove into him.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's perhaps a little bit of net code in there on that he thought he had a bit more room, but well.
No, I don't think so. Well, not from where I sit. That's a big hit too. That's defining. And gee, if Tobias was here, it's that's the type of thing that changes the season.
Well, we know
he's out. He's gone.
We know what we're looking at. 40 points for a win. So, Dongwoo Gang has a spinner just in front of him. Charles Lucia now has got the bit between his teeth. He knows there's a victory ahead. And I have to say, I'm just looking at those two, and I'm pretty sure Mark has got Marcus right behind him, is he? No, who's that?
Well, what these two boys don't want to do, Charles and Dongwoo, this is opening right back up. They've really closed up each other. A lot of traffic in front of them. This is not the time to trip over each other. You want to cash in and get some maximum points here, first or second. Any point you get is going to be a gain. So this has opened the championship right up again.
Yeah, it is a shame Tobias isn't here. Actually, could close that gap up, but still Charles and Dongwoo can close back in. Oh, it's getting a bit of a run. Has a look.
Charles has a look. That sticks it.
Yeah, good move there. Very tricky to pull that off and gets the job done. Under braking, I've said
these. It's surprising too because he's got the older tyres as well, so he's got the bit between the teeth here. He was complaining and moaning how slow he was in practice, and it's fair to say that he was. But he's what was he in practice? He was 19th in practice, if you don't mind. So he's found some extra pace and pressure's on now.
Well, I said how confident he looked under the brakes, and he showed it there as well. Great braking and good move. So 40, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here because we do curse people quite easily, but this would put him, let's just say if he wins, he's back to 260 odd points, so that closes it back up quite dramatically. Another bad race from Lindemann, and I think the final two endurance races are going to be huge.
Oh, yeah, but just no fast repair. I think he might have used it because unfortunately he's complaining there's no fast repair, but he's already had that pit stop. Just trying to look also the gap between Marcus 1 and our host. He's not going to catch him. Mark Lang's put in some great laps. 23.6. Last lap was about to be lapped now. He's put in some strong laps, Mark Lang, and I can't see him being caught.
Yeah, well, he's
talking about strong laps. Have a look at the distance that Charles has put between himself and Dongwoo here.
Yeah, I think Dongwoo's realised he hasn't got enough fuel. He's got to be changed that fuel map.
Yeah, I agree. Like the pit stop was incredibly short, so you can't help but think that that's going to be an error. To be, what was it, 7 seconds difference? That's significant. I'll keep it on the track there, Mark. Mark just went a bit wide, letting Dongwoo through.
Marcus Wang then into the corkscrew. Mark Lang, if we can change the camera up, going down the main street.
No, he's not going to catch him. Not going to catch him.
3 laps, no chance.
No, he's just got to keep it on the island here. Dongwoo were 25-1 last lap, if you don't mind. 4 seconds a lap off the pace.
I mean, Dongwoo's got a huge
getting any faster here
from Scott Stevens, so as long as he can finish the race, he should hold on to that second place, close championship up a little bit. into bias, but yeah, not the result he wanted. He could have definitely have won this one, I think.
Yeah, but I'm on board with Dongwu now, just short shifting and saving fuel wherever he can. He's, taking it real easy into these turns. Through the corkscrew. And this long left-hander here. Yeah, normally you're on the power by now. Holding this nice line, so he's not losing any time there, but just, the gear changing's noticeably shorter. Wider there, letting Frazik through, it's not for position. Now a 26-1, so he's getting slower, so what's the guy? It's a massive gap, is it? 21 seconds
no
back
chance.
to Stevens, it's not going to happen.
See who is having a good little battle though. That's Josh Harrison. Harrison still hasn't pitted, so you know he's still got good pace out there. So it looks like he's going to be good. And Lazardri as well in there. Oh no,
Well,
sorry,
I'm
that's
surprised
Aaron,
Harrison-
Josh, and Harrison.
Yeah, I'm surprised Harrison's going so long. It doesn't look like he's changed any settings. So we've got Josh and Aaron in front, like we said, the teammates. You can't see them doing anything silly deep under brakes. Goes Josh, almost put the mockers on him. Aaron, another one who showed some excellent pace at Bathurst in the official series a week and a half ago. So, battle for position between the two. Josh is through.
Yeah, I think Aaron had to let Josh go there. Needs to defend now. Oh.
Well, we're going to think there's no team orders at JFF. And a new sponsors on board too, Sim Racing Mags. Great to have them on board. So congratulations to Scotty and the team for getting new sponsors. The dust up in front of them, someone's obviously heading off.
Got Stevens, got the gap down to 17 seconds now.
Well, he's catching him at a fair rate here. He's 23-1.
On to the last lap though for Charles, so just needs to get it home, get it across the line, and he'll be alright.
Ah, sorry, I was jumping on another car. Yeah, no, he should be fine.
I wonder if Aaron's struggling a little bit with fuel.
I thought I heard Dongwu's car skipping a bit. I don't think it is now.
Nah, he is literally saving so much fuel.
Yep.
Crazy out there. Charles Vizier round the corkscrew, or through the corkscrew, down the corkscrew, however you want to say that one. Do this fast left-hander into the right-hander. Just one more corner to go here at Laguna Seca. Been a while since he's won one. He'll be happy to have this one.
Well, our round 1 Motegi win is going to be our round 10 Laguna Seca winner. It's probably an unexpected result, so congratulations, Charles Sierra. Across the strong now, winner Laguna Seca. Fantastic result for him. Live as the championship, right up again. Stayed out of the Corvette problems. Let's get on board Mark Lang, shall we? 12th place.
Oh, here he is.
So stoked for Mark. So happy for him.
I wonder if he realised he's won the class. There's so many people between him. Might not have realised. Dongwu's out of fuel, but he's going to make it just ahead, 3-4 seconds ahead of Scott. Poof. That was closer than what we thought it would be in the end.
Was looking at him. What was Dongwu's last lap at 35.6?
Looks like Harrison has got well, Harrison's got Aaron, so I'm wondering if Aaron had some fuel issues as well, because it looked like everybody closed in on him really quickly as well. So yeah, Josh takes 4th. That's not right. Looks like my timing screen's going crazy as people are jumping out all over the place. So we'll have a look at the officials in a second.
I can give you the results, no dramas at all, as Dongwu comes to a rest. Congratulations, Charles Sierra. 41-minute race, 30 seconds ahead of Dongwu. With that 7 seconds in pits, yeah, that's obviously cost him Probably just the one spot, to be fair. Scotty Stevens, a great drive. Welcome back to the series for him. 34 seconds down. Josh Burden, a JFF teammate, 43. In 5th place, Harrison O'Brien. A great recovery drive by Harrison, it must be said. Early pits on lap 8 in the BHP Billiton BMW. Aaron Pierce for the JFF. So strong performance in the Aussies here. 3, 4, 5, 6. All in the BMWs. Finally, Lazary, he had an off, but a good comeback in 7th. Tim Ballinger, didn't talk about him much tonight. Had a great race from 17th on the grid up to 8th. Warren Pickering in 9th, so again another Aussie. Peugeot, probably disappointing, but picked up a 10th place. Frajek, this is my driver of the day, Mr. Mark Lang. Congratulations to you in 12th place. Fantastic and great to have a class win at last. Vincent Brahm made a few errors. Marcus Wong, we know what happened to him. Dick A. Lee, didn't see much of him. Bouquet taken out. Well, not taken out, but mistakes in turn 1. Alex Chung, Gregor Eckel, Buffet involved in some incidents. Steer. Adrian Jarvis had a shocker. Marcus Lenderman had the race sewn up, must be said. And Tim Jackson, probably safe to say that Jacko had a lot of mistakes tonight, and he won't be too happy. Kevin Huang, Min Park, our new boy Asher Klein Dotes, saw him have it off. Greg Eaton involved in our lap 1 incident, and Brett Wilson didn't see him get off the start. So, fantastic race. Who's your driver of the day?
No, you got to give it to Mark. You can't give it to anybody else. Class victory. And first one for him. He's going to be absolutely delighted with that, I'm sure.
Yeah, just kept a steady head, didn't he? And just brought it home. Really happy for him, and going to be looking forward to finally speaking to him next week.
Yeah, it'd be good to get him in here, see what his plans are for the following season. So, just got a few guys coming to join us.
Knowing that Mark's coming on board, for anyone who's listening out there, you might have some questions that you want us to ask Mark. So if you have any questions, make sure you PM Alex Simpson or myself and ask the tough questions, and we'll be sure to put it to him when he comes and chats to us. That puts you on the spot.
Indeed. Having a very quick look at a replay of the start, focusing on the crashes, I think. See if we can see what happened.
Well, Lenderman's was the big crash, wasn't it?
Oh, you're right, it was netcode, huge. And then unfortunately
the
car's
start?
the car's just ricocheted back in.
Yeah, and poor old Stephen Bouquet just had nowhere to go, and he was just a passenger there. So really unlucky there. And it looked like Bouquet was trying to do the right thing. It was a nice, steady, measured start, and still got involved.
So, who do you want to speak to first then? We've got a few people down there. Got Aaron, Scott, Josh, Tim.
Well, we've got the Aussies, and the Aussies. Let's bring Timmy Ballinger up here. I haven't had a chance to have a chat with Tim yet, so it's always good to have Tim on board.
How are you, fellas?
Mate, we're very well, thank you, mate. Welcome to the PitTalkAsia.com GT Sim Series, round 10, Laguna Seca, mate. A steady race tonight, mate. You should have been happy with the results. 17th on the grid, up to 8th in the race, mate. Fantastic result. Tell us a bit about your race, if you can. Thanks in the rough. Sorry, no, you're in the BMW. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, it was not a bad race. I hadn't done any practice at all this week. I was too busy mucking around for the V8 race that I had to do earlier, and just took it easy at the start, and lucky to get away with a bit of minor contact, no meatball flag, and pitted as early as I could for the fuel strategy, and just kept my head down and see what happened. And yeah, the GLW BMW went great.
Yeah, just obviously some dramas at turn 1 there involved in quite a few of the cars who were able to cash in on that. And as you said, that GLW BMW looked like it was squeaky clean at the end of the race. Was there any dramas at all for it?
Yeah, no, I had a brilliant race tonight actually. No, only one slowdown for the whole race, no spins, no accidents after I got the damage repaired from the start, and yeah, just the car went brilliant, and yeah, everyone around me was good, so it was a great race.
Mate, had a fantastic result too. Now, GLW has the 3 drivers in the team. We've got 4.
We've got the 4 now. We've got myself and Ray. We've switched over to the BMW to give us 2 BMWs on the grid. And we've still got Adrian and Greg running around in the Porsche. That gives us 4 cars. And yeah, once the Enduros start, we've got our teams worked out, ready to go.
Excellent. That's my next question. So looking into the future, that's what we can expect, yourself and Ray in the BMW.
Yeah, definitely, mate. We're all teed up and ready to go for it. Yeah, and just hoping to do the same there, nice and steady, and yeah, get the GLW cars home and see where we end up.
No, a fantastic result, mate. And where are we off to next week? We're off to Zolder. What do you think about Zolder, mate? You have much time to race there at all?
Done a few races there. Yeah, I've sort of got a bit of speed around there, but yeah, we'll probably qualify mid-pack again and just work our way through and see what happens. And yeah, hopefully with the chicanes and that there's not too much carnage. We can all have a nice clean race.
Well, mate, congratulations. A great drive for you tonight, mate. Like I said, from 17th on the grid, worked your way up to 8th finish, mate. Didn't get lapped, minute 17 off the lead, mate, so congratulations to you and good luck to your GLW team.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for hosting, and we'll catch us all next week, and thanks to Mark for the series.
Cheers, Tim.
Cheers. Sorry, go. Sorry, AC. Go your hardest, mate.
No worries. It looks like
I think
Charles
the
was...
we're going to nick him mid-conversation.
Charles is always mid-conversation. We're going to get him at some stage.
Hey guys, what's up?
No, not a lot, mate. You have a good drive, mate. We'll see you next week. No, of course not. Mate, congratulations, our round 10 winner of the PitTalk. PitTalk.com GT Sim Series, PitTalkAsia.com GT Sim Series, mate. Sorry. Mate, congratulations on a fantastic drive. And I'm going to say, on your behalf, probably unexpected. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, it's a little bit unexpected. I mean, when Marcus is racing, I always expect to, be kind of second because he's just insanely quick. But I had decent pace actually. I just didn't do a good lap in practice, just to try and show that I was slow. And then I got a good lap in quali, and that was actually my race pace kind of. But I was being held up by Dongwoo most of the way. Very good racing on his part. But yeah, it was really a lot better than last week, to be able to race cleanly and against such a good driver. Yeah, I was being held up, so I pitted a bit early. I tried to do the undercut on him, but when I came out of the pits, he was about when I came out and he went into pits, and when he rejoined, he was like 6 seconds in front. So I assumed he didn't take tires, and I did in the stop. That's why I was a bit slower. So yeah, I managed to get past him fairly easily. He's not the most, what's the word? He's not the easiest driver to pass, but yeah, I managed to get past him quite easily. And then I was surprised that Marcus. I don't know what happened to Marcus, so I got to take a look. But yeah, very very pleased with the result, man.
Well, I'm not sure if Dongwoo took tyres, but I can guarantee he didn't take petrol because that's where the problem was. His pit stop his pit stop was 7 seconds faster than you. So that's obviously what cost him in the end there. But mate, you showed some strong pace. We've got a bit worried about you. 19th in practice with a 22 even, way off the pace where we thought you would be. But mate, showed some strong pace. Stayed out of Corvette problem in the early stages. So. No, it's a fantastic result for you.
Yeah, the practice thing was because I did it kind of on purpose, so Dongwoo wouldn't try and push as hard. It's like, oh, Charles is down there, let's forget about him. Let's just take it easy. But in my own practice, I could do like optimal time was like a 20.2. So I was sandbagging a little bit in practice. So maybe that's a good plan for next race.
Well, notice that AC's got some questions. I kind of hogged the limelight from you again, but my last question to you, mate, who's going to be your teammate in the Enduros?
Well, I think you guys could just wait like maybe 2 weeks to find out, but it's probably someone who's quite familiar with you guys, so yeah, you'll see in about 2 weeks.
Keep us in suspense. Sorry, AC, it's all yours, mate.
No, it sounds interesting. I'm more intrigued that Let's ditch Zolder straight to the enduro races and see how that's going to pan out. I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Just want to say congratulations, really, Charles. I think Brenton covered pretty much everything there. So interesting to see that. We thought perhaps you were struggling a little bit out there in practice. See there, but yeah, cunning little strategy coming through.
Yeah, including the pit stop, I thought I could undercut him, but I'm not as cunning as you think I am. But, yeah, good points today. Hopefully I can get back second in the championship, which is where I want to be. So,
we've seen you in the rough the last couple of weeks. Is that pretty much you're locked in now with that car for the rest of the series? Is that suiting you better than the BMW?
well, I tend to like the BMW on more GP tracks, like Spa and like the Formula 1 tracks. I prefer to drive the BMW, more planted at high speed. But the rough just has this certain quality about it. I don't know. I love driving the car, and especially at Bathurst. I had really good pace at Bathurst. I did a stupid mistake with the fuel, and I tried to do a one stop, which is not possible, and blah 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 blah, and messed it up. And yeah, but the rough is a really good car to drive, and yeah, it just suited Bathurst, suited Seca. Zolder might hop in the rough again, but I don't know. I've got to take a look at the timings. And for the endurance races, the two endurance races, well, my partner and I will have to decide between a neutral car. Yeah, the rough is good to drive. They're all good cars.
Really good. Well, congratulations, mate. A great job tonight, round 10 winner. Zolder next week, mate. We look forward to seeing you then.
Cheers, man. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Marcus, for hosting this great stuff there.
Thanks, Charles. See you then, mate.
Cheers.
Right.
Scotty?
Yeah, let's grab Scott.
I'm too sorry, Scotty. I'm too scared to get Jackson up here, mate, because he's going to be tearing paint off walls. Anyway, 4th place tonight, the PitTalkAsia.com GT Series. Scotty Stevens, congratulations to you. Oh, sorry, third place. Third place, Scott. Congratulations, mate. Tell us about your race, mate.
Yeah, 3rd place. Pretty happy with that. Not 4th. Thanks. I've got that covered.
I've sold you.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird race. Came into it with not really a lot of practice. Azza had put up a pretty decent setup. He'd been working on one. I think the guys done a practice run at Laguna at the start of the season, which I wasn't a part of. But so we worked on that this afternoon and got some laps in, which was good. And look, other than the start, man, it was pretty uneventful. Had a few minor little offs, which was probably overdriving the car a little bit. And then really towards the end, because I pitted early-ish, I was fuel saving a little bit, probably for the last 3 or 4 laps, but managed to get it home, so it was good. Up on the podium again.
Well, yeah, mate, a fantastic effort. We haven't seen much of you this season, so what's the go there, mate? A bit of family life getting in the way of the Asian series?
No, I guess I had a little bit of a break from it, and even the GT3 series official when the updates was done on the V8 Falcon, and was playing around with that. And then don't know, just obviously Bathurst is coming up. I thought I'd give that a bit of a thing, and did good there. And so yeah, I thought I'd try and see out the rest of the season, and probably looking at giving it like a really good hot shot next season, depending on what happens there, but or into the start of 2015. So yeah, that'll be pretty good.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic. A fastest lap of 21.4 on lap 4, mate. So good pace there. Practice pace exactly the same at 21.4 there as well. Qualified in 8th. So yeah, 3rd place is a great result for you in the team. So JFF Racing with their new sponsor, Sim Racing Magazine, I believe. So some good pace, and with yourself and Josh and Aaron. So it's what's that, 3rd, 4th, and 6th as a team. Should be real happy.
Oh, ecstatic. We were really hoping to get a 3, 4 and 5, but Az just got pipped on that last lap, unfortunately. Yeah, a few tyre issues for Aaron, but I'll let him tell you about that. But look, yeah, it's great. It's good to get up there. It's good to work with the boys, and we all work together pretty well. And obviously having now Sim Racer Magazine on board, things are going really well with them. Some interesting stuff coming up, hopefully, with them as well. So that'll be pretty good to look forward to. It's a great series. Love being a part of it. It's a shame we have a few gun-ho guys who can't seem to make the first corner. But if that was ironed out, this would be just, and it is. It's a phenomenal series. I love it. The guys love it. All the guys back at the club are probably watching as well. So it's really good. And yeah, JFF's doing pretty well, and hopefully we'll have some good team entries in it next year as well.
We're talking about team entries. There's a couple of enduro races coming up, not next week, but starting the week after that. There's the final 2 rounds, are 2-hour enduros. JFF have got 3 guys here, only 2 fit into 1 car. So where do we stand with the driver swaps there?
We got some pretty good ring-ins, so that's good. Bobby had a crack at the Bathurst round last week, but I think had a bit of a Barney at the first corner, which kind of ruined his race a bit. And he's on the pace, which is good. So he's someone good to bring in. He's down south this weekend, so he wasn't able to make this round. But we got I think we got some pretty good teams coming up for the enduros that race competitively time-wise with each other, which is also going to be good. But we just need the overall consistency and staying out of trouble, really, and then see where we're at towards the end of the race. And if we can push on, we will, and hopefully get a podium result.
And finally, we're just going to jump over the top of your AC, if you don't mind. JFF are going to be hosting their own enduro series starting in 2015. Whilst you got the chance, whilst you got the floor, do you want to give us some details about that, and how possibly other people from especially the Asian region, which is in the right time zone, could want to join that?
Yeah, thanks for that. We are launching the Australian Endurance Championship, so the AEC. It's 8 rounds over the 12-month period, so January through to December. And we've got some really good and exciting events coming up, such as a 24-hour race. We've got a Bathurst 12-hour, which we're hoping to do around the official Bathurst 12-hour as well, date-wise. So we're working on that. Look, it's open to obviously a lot of people. It's not Australian only. So if people from the Asian communities and Asian areas want to jump in, they can. Even overseas, Europe and whatnot, is fine. It's good. Some of the events will be 2 driver, some will be 3 minimum, and the others will be like 4 minimum. Crew chiefing, things like that. So we're really excited. We've jumped on board with some help from OSR on that one as well. So they're kind of helping a little bit in the backgrounds, just to give us some direction if we need help. But other than that, we've got the guys at JFF and the club and whatnot. Really happy to get this up and running, and I think it's going to be a really good series, and one that's run over the 12-month period is, going down the track of being lifelike, like a series, a championship that's run over 12 months. So really good and exciting, happy to be a part of it and get it going.
No, fantastic, mate. Good luck to you and your team. And Sim Racing Magazine, it's always good to have new sponsors on board. So, mate, 3rd place tonight. Can't believe someone would call you and say you come 4th, mate. Fantastic job. Good job, Scotty Stevens. Congratulations to you. Thanks,
gents. And Brenton, we hope to see some Demidov cars in the series, eh?
Oh no, don't worry, it's getting sorted. When we're off here, we'll have a chat about that. No dramas at all. We might have a fellow co-driver in the commentator's box with me right now for the 24-hour race. So,
very nice.
Yeah, get off. We'll talk about it later on.
Thanks, boys.
Cheers.
Just go.
Sorry, AC. I was just Scotty's a good guy. Don't mind chatting.
No worries.
Yeah. I'll let you do it, AC. Sorry, mate.
We've got Aaron Pearce joined us for the final interview of the today.
Hey boys.
Aaron, looked like everything was going pretty well there, but you struggled in the last 3 or 4 laps. Everybody seemed to close up on you. I think was it Josh first and then Harrison? Both got the run on you. I think Scotty just mentioned that you were having some tyre issues.
Just struggled with tyres really. I probably should have lowered my pressures in hindsight before the race. And yeah, just struggled to get the car turned in, and especially through the fast sweeping corners towards the end of the lap. Just struggled big time with grip, so they ended up catching me and couldn't really do much to not let them through, I guess.
We're just looking at you on the screen at the moment as well. Did you get a little bit of damage as well? Are you struggling with a bit of damage there?
It wasn't damage, just a bit of body damage from hitting one of the red bollards on the apex in one of the corners. It just sort of crumpled the front right, but didn't affect the handling or steering in any way. Just a bit annoying from a view wise, but yeah.
I mean, Laguna Seca, very tricky track. I think it's very understated track, how technical it can be. I mean, what sort of practice do you put up for this one? And obviously I know you guys enter as a bit of a team, and do you work together, and how do you work out where the best lines are and set up and things like that?
Yeah, because we ran this in week 2, I believe it was. I did quite a few of the official races back then, so I only jumped on this morning actually to cut a few more laps, and sort of just remembered what I was doing back in week 2, and just got back on the bike, and wasn't too hard to pick up the lines and whatnot. And us boys, we just share setups with each other and find one that works, and generally we're all pretty happy with it.
Brendan, I think you might want a little word.
Yeah, I was just wondering, Aaron, mate, I know you've shown some great pace in the official series, especially in Matthews last week, getting here, so great stuff there, but do you know how close you would have been taken out in that first turn by Harrison? Harrison got clipped by Stephen Boucade, and not sure you've had a chance to look at the replay yet, but there's not a lot in between your race ending very early. What do you think of that first corner? Any problems with the Corvettes or any other traffic in that first turn?
I guess it's just been the story of the whole series really with the Corvettes. I'm surprised I made it through, because the luck I've been having with those sort of first lap incidents, I've been getting caught up in it, so I haven't really gone back and looked too much to see how close it was. I saw it was a bit of netcode though, which is a bit annoying. But I haven't looked back to see how close it was, but I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up getting taken out. But as far as the Corvettes go, I think something needs to happen, whether they start off separately by themselves or they just make it a GT3 series again, because it seems to be the sole denominator, I guess, in the first lap incidents, is there's always a Corvette in it. So that's probably possibly something to look at in the post-season, I guess.
And finally, mate, team orders. I'm just going to assume that you don't have any.
No, not at the moment. I guess if I was vying for a spot in the championship, we might have implemented something with Josh coming up behind me, but neither of us have done many races this season to be up there on the standings anyway, so it was sort of just the best man wins, I guess. But if there was a placing on the line, I guess something would come into it. We did actually talk about it over TeamSpeak during the race as it happened.
Well, mate, congratulations tonight. Good job, mate. Nice and steady. Got yourself to the line. I know, like I said, you've been showing some great pace. 3 races to go, the 2 enduros and the sprint round next week. So, mate, good luck for the rest of the season, and no doubt, we'll see each other sometime during the week. But good job tonight.
No worries. Thanks for the chat, boys.
Yes, sir.
And Lewis.
Last but not least, we've got Josh joining us. Josh, good strong race. You must be happy with that result today.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. Going 11 spots, so all just about staying out of trouble and end up the front somewhere, I guess.
A great result all round for the team as well. So moving on in this series, we're starting to see you guys up the front on a regular basis.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good to have me and Scotty 3rd and 4th and Aaron in 6th, so it's a good strong result. We had the set up pretty much hooked up, I think, so it always helps.
Just looking at the guys that were ahead of you today, I mean, what's the next step for you guys to get up to, say, Dongwoo, Charles, and then obviously onwards to Lenderman?
I think we just need a lot more practice time and probably set up. We need to suss it out a bit more. Probably didn't help that my first laps of this track were about 15 minutes before qualifying tonight, so probably should have been a bit further up than I was, but still a good result overall.
I've noticed you guys sticking with the BMW all season pretty much. Obviously Lenderman, in the McLaren, have you tried driving the other cars? What's the advantages one over the other, do you know?
We've tried driving the McLaren here and there, and it just seems to understeer a bit too much for all of us. The rough, it's good. Tracks like Akiyama, where you know you get good drive out of the corners, but BMW is good at tracks like this where you need to carry a lot of mid-corner speed, so we just generally seem to stick with it everywhere, and yeah.
The Zold up next, I mean, what's the challenges of that track beyond those massive high curbs?
Just the BMW will be good around there again. We've be able to have good mid-corner speed, which will help again. We've got a pretty good baseline setup, I think, so I don't think it'll be too hard to get up to pace again. Just be a bit of practice and we should be alright.
Brenton, you got anything for Josh here?
No, Josh, it's been I'm going to start charging commercial rights for JFF tonight. We've certainly had a great night tonight. Mate, no, congratulations on the race, mate. To be honest, no, I don't have a lot. Endurance races coming up at Suzuka and Interlagos. What do you think about those tracks?
Yeah, well, that was my whole reasoning over racing tonight, really. Me and Aaron are going to pair up for the endurance races, so a bit more practice in the GT3 can't hurt. Looking forward to them.
Yeah, and onwards and upwards towards your own series next year for JFF, so yeah, no, it's going to be good, very handy to get a couple of laps in and just to practice the driver swaps as well. So, mate, no, congratulations tonight. I was kind of concentrating on something else there for half a second, so I do apologise for that. But mate, no, good job tonight, mate, and yeah, good luck next week.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Thanks, Josh. Good luck. See you then.
See you, mate.
I have to admit, AC, I've just seen the most bizarre own goal ever in a game of soccer between, was it Sunderland and Southampton? But anyway, back to the race, mate. Sorry.
Well, yeah, just to wrap it up, really. I mean, good race between Charles and Dongwoo. Dongwoo definitely made that mistake with the fuel, cost him, I think, victory here today. Although Charles feels like he probably had him covered a little bit. Yeah, and Lenderman, the big mistake. Mark Lang?
That's the biggest thing for me is Lenderman. He almost could have won the championship tonight. He really could have. With the right results would have gone his way. He would have won the championship, and he was well on his way doing that with 40 odd points tucked in the bag. All he did was keep it on the island. Didn't do that lapping a car, and what that has done is open the championship. But yeah, the other big story, Mark Lang, first win in his class. That'll do now, Mark. You don't need to do any more because you're not driving for Australia. So, yeah. So, but congratulations to you.
Well, at least you know where Brenton's going to be for the next few races if you're up front. Come on, make a mistake. Talk about a complete switcheroo.
Yeah, you've had your time in the sun now. That's it. Get back there. No, but no, a good race. A good race. Already looking forward to next weekend. Especially looking forward to the Enduro races.
Yeah, likewise. So we're live for all three of the races as well. World Championship Series is over for me, so just just gonna bang these races out. I'm gonna enjoy watching and commentate on each and every one of them.
Good to have you.
Right, well, I think we're all pretty much done and dusted, so thank you very much for tuning in, everybody, watching it back on YouTube. Don't forget to like us, subscribe, share. Follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Big shout out and thanks to the series host, Sim Races Asia and PitTalkAsia.com. Without those guys, none of this series would happen. Prizes wouldn't be up for grabs. So yeah, big shout and thanks for them. Great race here at Laguna Seca. Join us the same time next week for round 11 of the PitTalk Asia GT Simulator Series from Zolder.